What is up, everybody? This is Austin here from Gaming Entertainment Network, bringing you a video today requested by members MindBoggler123 and iMods, wanting to know how to play games like Call of Duty, any of the Call of Duty games, or like Diablo 3. Basically, if you've watched my other videos discussing how to tether your phone to your computer and then use that to play games on your PS4, you might have noticed some things. And even if you're playing games on PC, using PDAnet breaks some very important functions with games. Like if you've ever tried to play a Call of Duty game while using PDAnet, you'll find that it doesn't work. You can try to go into it and wait while it tries to connect, and it won't connect. There is a way around this, and it's by using a VPN. And basically what this will do is run your IP. If you don't know what a VPN is, basically in simple terms, it's routing your connection somewhere else. People use this to protect their identity, or to torrent things. But in this case, we're going to use it in a very honest scenario, and we're going to use this to pretty much circumvent the functions that PDAnet breaks by masking your data. Whenever you run PDAnet, if you've seen the other videos or you've used this before, you're going to want to hide your tether usage and set it to level 1. Now what this does is, running it on your computer, it makes it think that all the data is coming from your phone. So your phone doesn't realize it's tethering anything. It just thinks that it's providing data for something that you're using on your phone. So, and if that's complicated to you, don't worry. We're going to break this down really simple, and it's really easy. I'm going to leave a link in the description for you to download something called CyberGhost 5. This is a completely safe program. It's one of the better VPNs, the free VPNs that I've seen. You can pay money for it and have premium because there's a couple of drawbacks that I'm going to show you here. But so all you're going to do, plug your phone into your computer, and then make sure you have PDAnet opened and connected. And so you're connected to the internet like you normally would be. Download the CyberGhost, and then we're going to go ahead and open it up right here, and I'm just going to walk you through exactly what to do. It's really easy. The downside to using VPNs is that it's generally going to run slower, especially given the fact that I'm using the free version. You can do a premium version, and you'll have access to their high-speed servers. So we're going to go in here. This is what it's going to look like when you open it up. And it shows my real location, which is not my real location. I'm over here somewhere. But it's going to give you a new IP address. So we're going to go ahead and connect to this. Now while this is connecting, you see here, this is one of the drawbacks to using the free version. You have to wait until slots open up for you to use, and it disconnects after 3 hours. Which, if you're doing a regular game session, might not be a big deal, but it's worth investing the $15 or whatever it is in your country to get the premium version. I have not done this because I've started using hotspot on my phone for the random Call of Duty sessions. But while we're waiting on this, let me go ahead and show you exactly what you're going to do. Now, whenever this connects, it's going to open up a different Ethernet port. And if you remember from the last video, you're using the Ethernet port to pretty much push out the signal, because you're going to have an Ethernet cable hooked in from your computer to your PS4, and that's how it's going to share the internet connection. And so we would go into properties, go into sharing, and then you see internet connection sharing, and we have it shared with the Ethernet connection. Mine is just called Ethernet, and you can see it's right there. So that essentially the Ethernet that just says Ethernet, that is what's being pushed to the PS4. Ethernet 2, for whatever reason, is referring to the Ethernet port on my computer. So we have it shared with that. But what's going to happen is it's going to create this other port here, which is Ethernet 4. And so whenever this finally does connect, what we're going to do is, instead of sharing that with the Ethernet, we're going to share the internet with we see the Ethernet 4. We're going to share that with the one that's called just Ethernet. And I know this is very confusing. I'll go back over it one more time whenever this finally gets connected. Essentially, it's creating another Ethernet port for your VPN. And so instead of pushing your regular, internet Ethernet port on through, you're going to be doing the one that's got the VPN attached to it. Because what you can actually do is, it's not getting rid of your Ethernet connection that you already have. It's just creating another one, and that's the one that's got the VPN attached to it. So you're going to want to be pushing that one on through. So we're going to go ahead and go to Ethernet 4, and then it pops that up, letting you know that it's ready to go. So let me pop back to this screen. It's still, it's still connecting, and you see the simulated location that it's got for me is somewhere in Los Angeles. And the location doesn't matter. It's not a big deal. It's just attaching it to a VPN for whatever reason circumvents the things that PDAnet breaks. Okay, so that's connected. We're all good on that front. So now we're going to go here. This is the Ethernet 4. We're going to go to sharing, and instead attach, and it popped up with a message saying, hey, this is already sharing with something. Do you want to get rid of that? And you do. So you're going to do allow other networks, just like you did whenever you shared your internet connection before. And then we're going to share that with Ethernet. Click OK. And it's done. Now, let me just briefly go back over, because this is probably extremely confusing, especially because you're probably not going to see these same names as I see. So we're going to break it down. This connection is the Ethernet port attached to my computer. This connection is the one going to the PS4. This one is the new one that was created by the VPN. What we want to do is make sure this one has internet connection, and more importantly, we want to make sure it's got the VPN connection. So we're going to connect Ethernet 4 to Ethernet, VPN to PS4. And once you've done that, we're going to cut on the PS4 and see if we can get Call of Duty working. Now, as you saw before, it wasn't going to connect because it couldn't connect. Those functions are broken for whatever reason, and it's not just limited to Call of Duty. There's certain other games like Destiny won't work, Diablo 3 won't work, Grand Theft Auto Online won't work. Those are the only games, in my experience, of 100+ games, those are the only ones that I've seen that won't work. Now, they're using the VPN. That fixes all the Call of Duty games that I've played, and it sort of fixes Grand Theft Auto Online, and it fixes Diablo 3. It did not fix Destiny for me. I still could not play Destiny using a VPN. It might have been too slow. This might work if you've got the premium version of the VPN, the one that goes faster. But with the free version, which I'm sure is what most people are going to try, it does not work with that. So sorry if I'm talking too fast. So we're going to go into Call of Duty Black Ops 3 now, and we're going to see if this works. Okay, and as you can see, we are in the game. I'm just going to try to quickly jump into a public match here, just to show that it works, and to show, more importantly, the connection, because you don't want, it kind of defeats the purpose if you're attached to a VPN and it's going so slow that you have a bunch of lag and everything. I'm not going to stay in here long, just because I don't I don't want to show how bad I suck. There's a reason I'm not a Call of Duty live streamer, and it's not because of internet problems. I'll tell you that. So we're just gonna wait for this. Wait for this to join, and I'll run around for a minute. But I mostly just want to show the connection, and I'll briefly go back over in a minute. Everything and what we did. Let's go into the connections here. Bandwidth seems kind of low, but anyway, we're gonna jump in here and see if we can get a good connection read or whatever. And I've played this on a cable connection as well as this connection, and load times aren't affected. Finding a game isn't usually effective. Like the time that it takes to find a game, that's not usually effective. So let's jump in here.
The environment is our best weapon.
Yeah, whatever. It's as good a place as any for a fight. Liquidate all
And running around. See, good connection. It doesn't show ping, but the connection meter is good. I'll just run around here for a minute. Everything's working fine. It's not glitching out, and I'm dead. So yeah, there's that. But the connection's good. That's the important thing. So so yeah. If anyone is still confused about what is happening here, shoot me a comment. Hit the like video if you liked the video. Hit the dislike video if you disliked it. I can make this a little more clear if need be. I can even try to change these names. I don't even know if I can do that, but just to make it a little bit easier. But pretty much to sum up, forget about this one up here, your regular connection. Just forget about that. That's not important. All you need is the VPN sharing with the PS4, and if you got that, you should be golden. If this is still giving you trouble, let me know. I'll do another video. I might even do a whole, a complete guide to getting your phone up and running, ready to go. Your PS4, your PC, all up and running, ready to go. And if this, let me know what your experience is. If this worked for you, or if it didn't, I'll explore other options and see what I can get going for you. But either way, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you subscribe. Hope you share it. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Bye bye.